What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, let's talk about the player base, because I think that this is something we should at least be paying attention to, if not, maybe even be concerned about, especially given everything that's going on in terms of positivity around the Bitcoin and crypto space. So what I'm referring to here, what I'm looking at, is the overall battles in modern format, which is the human-only format, at least by terms of service, for Splinterlands. This is the last month, and you can see after the 29th, which is when the new ranked rewards went into play, there has been a very significant, at least in my opinion, it's very significant downturn in the amount of battles being played. You can see, at least over the past 7 days or so, I mean, we're averaging, what, 16,000 battles? Now, we used to average in the, low to mid 20s. There were even times when we were up above 30s. And if I bring this above 30,000s, I should say, if I bring this to 3 months, you can see the trend is even more clear at this level, right? I mean, here we were getting, sometimes, well, this is still only like mid 20s. But now the fact that we're down, 30-ish% on the battles, that is a very clear indication of what I had talked about previously in terms of is Splinterlands available for casual players? Now, again, in that video, I talked about a lot of the different types of feedback, right? Criticism that had come in saying that a lot of modern players that were in lower leagues, bronze, silver, maybe even some gold, they were just fed up with playing against the higher level accounts that were passing them by, maybe on the way up. And so maybe this could just be a flash in the pan. Maybe this could be something that's just temporary. Obviously, we have not even completed our first full season of the new ranked rewards system. And so the team did say, give it 1 to 2 seasons, which could be, but will be a full month. So that'll be the full month of March. And once we get there, people will probably be playing in the areas that they are, right? And what probably ended up happening is you had many folks who had been dormant for a while that had not been playing, that wanted to now start playing in Modern, and maybe had only been botting in Wild, or maybe they were just renting out their cards, whatever the case was. So therefore, they were the ones rising up through the ranks, playing in Bronze, Silver, and Gold. But either way, this is something that I do believe is significant in terms of the amount of battles that have come down. I, for one, have been still, continuing to play my battles. I'm able to get into Diamond 2 now, I think is what I reached. And so, again, what is this going to come down to? Are we just going to be something where it's like, if you aren't coming in and renting high-powered cards, there's not really a place for you, right? You can't really enjoy the game at the lower levels because you're constantly going up against higher-powered cards. I don't know. I hope that won't be the case, and I don't know what the solution will be long-term if you have some kind of like maybe junior varsity league, right? And the best way that I can think through this is, okay, fine. Maybe you still tier it off in some ways where it's not, 5 different leagues, all these different mana or, level caps. But for me, there's a huge difference between, silver and up, right? So again, I don't think it would make sense to cap things off at bronze, because you already have things capped off at novice. But if people only wanted to play in a more casual environment, then maybe you do have a league where they can go in and just, play until they're at silver. And if they wanted to stay in there, then maybe they could. I don't know. Again, then we get into all this tricky stuff, and I'm sure this will lead to a lot of dev work on the back end that would need to be fixed. But at that point, it's just like, I think if you choose to stay, your rewards, don't go up. You are probably going to, there probably won't be a leaderboard, so there won't be anything for people down there. But again, at the same time, maybe it's just a new format. Maybe there's just a casual format that people can go and play at that has very, very limited rewards. Again, what does that look like? I don't know. Is it even necessary? Probably not, but I'm just throwing these ideas out there because we are seeing again, in my opinion, significant and massive decline in the amount of battles that are played in the human-only league. I don't think anything has really changed in Wild, and we could, bring that up for reference. Yeah, if anything, maybe people are just botting their accounts more now over in Wild, which is what it is. So let's go to last month here again. There hasn't been anything to indicate that people, that there's less overall players. Here we are on the 29th. It looks like there might have been maybe some kind of account consolidation, which makes sense, right? If people had a bunch of different alts or something that they wanted to pull in for Modern, or maybe people were botting accounts and they wanted to bring it all in and start playing in Modern, that could have been it. You can see here we're in the low 30s, but we've traditionally been in the low 30s anyway, at least before this was happening. If we go out to the last 3 months as well, there's not like a massive decline from like the start of, well, not the start of year, but like end of January. And again, actually now I'm curious because there was a decent dip post. I would say that this rise here is probably due to Rebellion coming into play and people getting super excited about that. And then, everything just leveled off. But I'm just sharing the data with you, coming up or drawing some conclusions and trying to figure out what the best path is forward. Again, I'm not saying that what I'm diagnosing is even right, but I am curious to get your thoughts and, how you guys are thinking through this and what you think would be potential fixes in terms of how we move forward. Matt, I will close on this. Matt did say that a new format is really not something in the cards right now, simply because we just don't have the player base for it. People are already complaining about the fact that there's not much match liquidity in Modern format, and that would only get worse if you add yet another format. So I know I threw that idea out there, but again, I'm just spitballing here. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Very curious to know how you guys are seeing things and where you think we should move forward. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.